So welcome back to Rust Belt Broncos, and today we are doing a product review. Yes, in the rain. And why in the rain? Because we have Last Bag USA here that I mounted to the back of the Bronco. It has been raining for 2 days straight. As you can see, the bag is holding up great. It is not taking in water. It's actually repelling the water. The material feels awesome and it's very strong. So this has been on the Bronco for 2 days in the rain, and it is holding up great. We are going to do a full review on this once the rain stops. I want to show you how I installed it, but so far I'm very happy with this bag. And as you can see, it is raining pretty good and it is repelling the water like it should. All right, we had a small break in the rain. You can kind of see the clouds still going on back there, but I just want to get into some details about this bag. I did buy the Last US bag on my own. I found this while searching on Instagram, a couple of YouTubes. I was looking at like bags like the Trasharoo, and I came across this bag, and I really wanted a gray bag. I know that sounds kind of funny, but I wanted something that could be on the back of the Bronco, not really stand out a lot and draw attention to itself. So I was fairly attracted to this bag. When I purchased this bag, I started looking at it and I was like, man, this thing is really nice. I was really impressed with these big giant buckles. If you look at these things are probably over 1.5 to 2 inches large. One of my favorite things about them is listen to the sound when they unlock. I mean, it's a very solid, very firm buckle. It does take some effort to get them to snap back in, but I feel like once they're snapped in, they're really going to hold some weight. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that unsnapped. As you can see, the double stitch nylon straps are very thick. And what I like about this is it has like this little nylon brace under the bottom that holds extra strap that you're not using. And the webbing, I was really impressed how this webbing has a rubber style coating to it. And when you're looking at other webbings on like Amazon or other brands, it's very thin. It's not a double stitch nylon wrapped. I feel like over years of use, this is gonna hold up really well. You can see the thickness and the texture and the quality there. I mean, it's very thick and you can hear it. It's very stretchable. And I feel very confident when I'm gonna put something down in there that it's gonna stay down in there. I like that these D-rings, I can attach maybe a bungee cord or some nylon and buckle in whatever I'm gonna have in here. So when I'm driving down the highway, it's not gonna come out. I'm gonna load this bag up with a couple items that we use on the weekends when we're kayaking or camping or going out on hiking trips. Another feature that definitely sold me was the reflective nylon that's along the bottom here, also double stitched. This nylon that carries along the lid, double stitched on each side. Now, talking about the lid, what I really love, it's like a hood style lid. You can see that you could take it off if you're not wanting to use it, or if you need to maintenance this, do a repair. This little clip here goes inside this loop and comes off. You can see very large buckles that hold the strap onto the tire, and we'll get into how I mounted that onto this Bronco. Since the tire does not swing out independently, it swings out with the gate. Underneath the hood of this, you'll see there's a lot more room in here. A very large style bag. Zipper is of high quality, goes all the way down. There's a drawstring inside of here as well. Let's flip this up over the tire here. And then very large accessible zippers. I like this little loop style that I can, just bring this down. Listen to the quality of that zipper. I feel like it's giving you a very good tight, watertight seal. Now this is inside the bag. It is a nylon style coating. It's very durable. This has been on my Bronco for 2 days. Solid rain, and that's all that's in the bottom of it. Couple little droplets of water. As you can see in the previous section of this video, it was raining pretty good. It rained like that for 2 days. So this drawstring is a very big buckle here. A lot of extra cord to get a real good tight pull on that paracord. And then I really like how this bag opens and expands. I'm told that you can put a 10-gallon trash can inside this bag. So if you're picking up trash or you just want more of a solid backing inside of there for when you're putting in your gear, that has been helpful for others who have this bag. I'm going to go ahead and expand it out, and it's very simple. Just loosen up these buckles here. Let me untie them since I have it drawn. And this is going to let the bag expand to its full capabilities. And then look how much additional space we've gained by letting this thing fully out. All right, so there you have it. And this little cool thing right here is a bottle opener. It's got a little detach, so if you want to take that with you hiking and you need to open some beer or some old-fashioned soda where you have to take the cap off, this is red anodized aluminum. And then inside here, if you see this lid it's very rigid. That's because inside, when you unsnap that button, there's a cutting board in there. Now this cutting board serves two purposes. One, it's a cutting board, so if you're fishing or using it to prepare for food, or this is also a saw holder. So when you put the saw in there, it protects whatever you're putting on the outside from being torn, and this netting won't get cut. It does have a little snap inside. You just snap that back, and then that's all back together. So let's go ahead and see what kind of gear we can load up in this and see how much space that gear will take up. So I have a couple of Eno hammocks. Go ahead and zip that up a little bit so my gear doesn't fall out. I'm going to go ahead and grab the straps. And we have some other gear here. We do go down to the lake quite often, so we're going to put my kids' life jackets in there. There's one. And we have a full-size one here. Two. And let's say we need some recovery gear. Sorry for my straps, I'm new to this. So let's just put these guys on the outside. And you'll see how far down deep that goes. And so far we haven't put any stress up on this strap. Probably have a couple pounds of good solid gear here, and we still have tons of room. I could probably fit 4 more life jackets, one on this side, one on that side, one on the back, one on the top, cinch this up. But you can see it's not causing any stress to this zipper. I can still do this one-handed. See that? One-handed. So fairly impressed with how this loadout is starting to look. We still have tons of space. I have not even filled out the bottom of this bag yet with gear. And it's not causing any sag or any droopage. Now I would have to adjust this strap because obviously now that the bag is filling out, I need that extra loop that's down here on the bottom. But I'm really happy with this. I think it looks great on the back of the Bronco. I've had a couple comments about it. Hey, what does that do? What are you planning on using it for? As you can see, the gear starts to fill out. Everything's fitting great. Now let's talk about how I actually attached it to the Bronco, that the gear's in here. So they're going to provide you with these straps. You get 2, you get 1 on each side. Now on the back of this, I probably will adjust and bring it out more. There's 1 loop here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 on the outside. I do plan on finally putting the 35-inch tire on the back of this one. Currently there's only a 33-inch tire on here. So right now the straps are a little bit doubled up because of the amount of room that it gives you to fit up to a 37-inch tire. So to attach this to the Bronco, I just loop this around the tire, down through the back, behind this cable. Then it comes down, and then you'll see the buckle here. Now, it's two parts right here. So that's the top piece of the buckle and the bottom piece. And then what you're gonna do is take the bottom of the bag and then bring it underneath the tire. And then I just kept adjusting it until I got all really nice, tucked in tight clip here, where the bag's not gonna sag or move around. Now, the strap that I really like is this strap that holds the two arms together. What I did is I went ahead and looped that through the rear brake light, and then underneath the arms that are mounted to the door, and then back around, and then you can see the buckle is clipped right there. Now, it's really hard to get to the buckle through this way. If you're worried about security, it's almost impossible to get down to that buckle. You would literally have to open the door on the Bronco and be able to get behind it to be able to grab that buckle that I have down inside of there. So I like that feature. Needless to say, if someone was to come and cut these straps, my bag would be gone. But if I was worried about someone physically being able to unclip it fully and then get to that clip, I don't think they could with the door fully closed and the glass closed, because it's very hard to get your hand down through there. But you can see with the amount of weight that's added on there, I mean, I could still even cinch this back up, get it close to the truck. And get it where that gear is nice and tight. And you can see that the bag is still holding shape. The hood still comes over the top, real nice and tight. And then I would just simply adjust this buckle here to be able to clip in. See if I can do this one-handed. Nice and tight, and then everything is down inside of the bag. So I'm really happy with this. Overall, I think it looks great. What I'm gonna do today is load this up with gear and adjust all the straps, try to get it up a little bit higher on the tire. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thank you for tuning in. So I don't know if you noticed, but at the end there, I pulled on my straps and I had a blooper. The bag went down and didn't stay in place. I did have to reroute this. When I installed it, I had the buckles backwards. And what I had to do was I went ahead and took the buckles off to extend them so that the length on a tire was taller at the top, so it would come around to the back. And two of my buckles, they weren't grasping, and then when I pulled on the straps, the bag with the weight just kind of dropped. So I went ahead and rerouted everything. Excuse me. I got the loops double looped here on the top for the access strap that I have. I don't want that flapping around causing some resistance. And then I went ahead and rerouted the back strap around this, around the front, and everything seems to be holding tight now. So I did have a little install blooper there. Make sure your straps are going the right way, and that was something that I did. It wasn't the bag company's fault. I originally took the buckles off because I wanted to be able to clasp them a certain way behind the tire, and that was no fault to this bag company. That was an install fault on my end, but everything is nice and secure now. I can pull on that. Everything is good. To hold the bag while installation, I just used some bungee cords up here with the handle to where I want it to place the bag. But you can see now that the straps and the buckles seem to be holding the bag on there a lot better. And I went ahead and got my install partner out with me. This is Franklin. He's my dog. Say hi, Frank. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or like to see anything else, I will be using this bag pretty much on a daily basis. I do want to be able to haul things in it. You know, kind of limited space here with the car seats in there, and I can't lay down that floor all the time. So what I'm looking forward to using this bag, general storage, things around the house. We go grocery shopping, or I need to haul some dirty shoes when we're kayaking and whatnot. But got it installed here correctly. The last US bag, very happy with this. I do recommend this product, and we'll do more updates on this, on how it's holding up. And thank you guys for tuning in.